All right, let's talk about something that trips up so many investors. You ever have that feeling where you do everything right, you pick the right stocks, you get in at the perfect time, and you still feel like you're coming up short? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the invisible force that can quietly sabotage your financial future.
So picture this. You've done all your homework, you've found some amazing assets with incredible potential for growth. You're feeling good, right? You're on the right path.
And your timing? Oh, your timing is just perfect. You got in when things were low, ready for that big upswing. I mean, everything seems perfectly lined up for a huge win.
And yet, despite all that genius work, you could look at your account years later and realize you've lost thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars from what you should have made.
How in the world is that possible? It feels like it breaks all the rules of investing. Well, the answer is hiding in plain sight, with a quiet and really sneaky culprit.
The villain of this story, folks, is high investment fees. They are the silent wealth killer. Most people don't even see them, but they're there, working against you day after day, year after year, just quietly draining your returns.
You know, there's an old saying that just nails this idea. It is the little foxes that spoil the vines. One little fox doesn't seem like a big deal, right? But a bunch of them, over time, can completely ruin a vineyard. And that's exactly how these investment fees work. Just look at this. The difference is absolutely staggering. Let's say you put 10 grand into a fund. Over 30 years, in a low-fee fund, we're talking just 0.05%. Your growth is incredible. But with a seemingly tiny 1% fee, whoa! A massive chunk of your potential wealth is just gone. It's been eaten up by fees that are compounding against you, costing you tens of thousands of dollars.
It's just like that other saying, small leaks sink big ships. That 1% fee is a small, steady leak in your financial ship. You might not even notice it for a while, but over the long haul of your investing life, it can absolutely be the thing that sinks your retirement dreams.
And this gets to the heart of it, the power of compounding. We all love hearing about compounding interest, right? Where your money starts making its own money. But here's the catch. Compounding is a double-edged sword. It can work for you, or it can work against you. See, this is the key takeaway. Every single dollar you pay in a fee is a dollar that's been pulled out of the game. It's a dollar that can't grow for you anymore. It can't compound for you. It's just gone.
Think about it like this. Your long-term investment plan is a marathon. Paying high fees is like choosing to run that entire race with heavy weights strapped to your ankles. Sure, you might still get to the finish line, but you're going to be exhausted, and you'll be way, way behind where you could have been.
This all points to a massive misunderstanding in the world of investing. We're kind of trained to think that if something costs more, or if it sounds more complicated, it must be better. But honestly, when it comes to investing, the exact opposite is usually true.
So you've got two different ways to think about this. The common assumption is that these complex, pricey products will get you better returns. But the wise reality, the one that's been proven time and again, is that a simple, low-cost approach is just better stewardship of your money.
So what's the answer? It's actually beautifully simple. Low-cost index funds and ETFs. These things aren't trying to be fancy. They're just designed to do one job really, really well, track the overall market's performance with the lowest possible fees. That way, your money does the heavy lifting, not the fund manager.
You know, the ancient wisdom from Ecclesiastes just nails it here. The more the words, the less the meaning. A lot of the time, that complexity in an investment product is just there to confuse you and make the seller richer. Simplicity and clarity, those are your best friends when it comes to your money.
And you know, this really gets to a deeper question. This isn't just about financial strategy. It's about your core philosophy. Are you investing to look cool and chase status, or are you investing to be a wise steward of what you have?
Let's just be really blunt here. Paying high fees for some complicated-sounding fund does not make you a more sophisticated investor. It doesn't give you any bragging rights. All it does is take your hard-earned money and put it in someone else's pocket, period.
I mean, think about it. The best lessons on managing resources are always the simplest ones. We hear them in parables, sowing seeds, managing talents, waiting for the harvest. These are all about wise stewardship, not about chasing some complex, expensive scheme. Low-cost investing is right in line with that timeless wisdom.
Okay, so we've covered the why. Now let's get to the most important part, what you can actually do about this. There's a really simple habit that can protect your whole financial future. First things first, you need to know this term, the expense ratio.
This one little number tells you exactly how much you're paying every single year just to own a fund. Think of it like the annual price tag on your investment.
So here's your 3-step game plan. It's super simple. Step 1, find the expense ratio for every single fund you own. Step 2, compare it to a similar low-cost index fund, which usually has a ratio way down below 0.10%. And then Step 3, ask yourself a really honest question. Is the higher fee I'm paying actually worth it over the next 20 or 30 years?
And please, don't underestimate what's at stake here. We're not talking about a few bucks. Over your lifetime of investing, the difference between a low-fee fund and a high-fee fund can easily be tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is life-changing money.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Go take a look at your investments and ask yourself this one simple but really powerful question. After all the work you put in to earn that money, is it working hard to build your future, or is it quietly building someone else's? The choice and the power to change it is all yours.